Welcome to Hit the Zone. I'm here with Matt at Red Zone X. Matt, today we're going to do a full body workout.
We are going to do a full body workout, Jen.
So what is a full body workout? What does it mean?
So basically in a full body workout, there's a lot of workout splits that you can do. Today we're focused on a full body, so we're going to be working opposing muscle groups. So we're going to be working a quad dominant paired up with a back dominant. Then we're also going to do a hip dominant or a hamstring movement paired up with an upper body chest, like a push movement.
Okay, so what's our first one?
We're going to do a heels elevated goblet squat with a dumbbell.
Okay.
So you don't have to use a dumbbell, you can use a barbell if you want. Dumbbell's just easier today.
Okay, so how far apart should my feet be?
That's pretty good. So with her, she wants to have her toes still on the ground, but she wants to have her heels just propped enough, not that she's gonna lose balance, but just enough that you're gonna feel when you're coming down, it's letting you get down a little lower.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna grab this in the goblet position. It's only 35 pounds, yeah?
Okay.
So when she comes down, she's gonna want, like her knees are gonna shift forward just a little bit, but she's gonna want to push her butt back. So it looks good. And then chest up tall, look forward. Now stand up.
So how, ooh, that's what we
do
don't want. You don't want to do
you
that.
just want to keep your balance, right? So she's weighting her toes a little bit, but when she's pushing up, she's thinking about pushing out of her heels. Chest is up tall, stand up, back down.
Now I'm afraid to ask how many of these I have to do.
You're gonna do 12 to 15 today. Not right now, but that's what we will be doing.
Okay. Okay, Matt, so what's our next move?
So the next one we're going to do, Jan, today, we're going to do a dumbbell bent over row. Okay, so with the bent over row, you're going to grab those dumbbells for me.
So we're obviously doing it together.
We're doing it, yeah, at the same time. So your feet are going to be inside of shoulder width, right about there. So she's going to hinge like her deadlift. She's going to stick her hips back, looking forward. So now she's going to pull up with her hands neutral, meaning straight ahead. She's going to be squeezing her back, look forward, good. Right there, full stretch and squeeze at the top. Perfect, Jen.
So what's the mistake that people make when they're doing this move?
So usually what'll happen with most people is they'll start pulling with the traps. So they'll actually have the dumbbell go on this side. So usually they'll take this dumbbell and they'll move the path of the dumbbell straight up, which is then going to cause a shrug. What she wants to do is almost a swooping motion with her hands, so she's coming back with her elbows. So her elbows are going towards her hips. And then that's going to fire the back muscles just like that, Jen.
Should your knees be bent? Or should
they need to be bent a little bit, yeah. Good, Jen.
How many?
Go ahead, stand up. Stand up. So again, we're going to work 12 to 15 reps for this workout. So it's a little bit higher rep, but then that way we're making sure we can get a good constant tension in the muscle.
Okay, Matt, so it's another leg movement now.
Yeah, now we're going to switch. So we did a lower to begin with. Then we did an upper. Now we're going to go back to a lower body move. So the lower body move that I want to focus on is going to be a single leg split stance deadlift.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, it's just the name. So it's pretty easy setup. So you're going to have one foot in front of the other. The other one is going to be, the toe is going to be in line with the heel. So you're going to move, this way, and then move it up a touch, right there. So now when she does this, she's going to keep her leg fairly straight. She's going to soften that back knee, and she's going to push her hips up and back and go down to that stiff-legged deadlift position right there. So now you can already see that leg's already shaking, right?
Yeah, and boy, do you ever feel that in your hamstring.
That's perfect. So when you come down, you're going to look forward. Keep that back nice and neutral. So her legs are shaking already. So what she's doing is she's working that front leg, she's working the hamstring and the glute, and a little bit of lower back on that front leg.
So how do you know how far down to go?
That depends on the person. If you have super tight hamstrings like Jan does, you're not going to have to go down too low, but she's still hitting 90, so that's what she wants. But if your hamstrings are pretty flexible, you're going to be able to get lower. That's good, Jan, right there.
Okay, Matt, so our last movement is an upper body movement.
Yeah, we're going to focus on the chest on this next movement. So we just worked a lower body move, now we're going to transition to an upper. So that move, we're going to use an incline bench, okay, and we're going to use 2 dumbbells, and it's going to be an incline squeeze press. So you're going to go ahead and grab those.
Okay.
So go ahead and lean back. So what she's going to do, normally with a chest press, you just push the dumbbell straight up in the air, so push. But what I want her to do today is she's going to push these weights together, okay? So she's going to, the whole time she's going up and down, she's going to push her fingers and her hands into each other, which you'll notice her arms are already shaking, right? So she's creating more tension for the shoulders and chest. So she's going to come down in 3 seconds, keeping her elbows closed, push up, That would be 1. Look at those arms shake already, Jen. Good. So breathe out on the way up. Okay, come down in 3, 2, 1. Push. Difficult.
So it is hard.
Yeah, so you don't need a lot of weight for this. You can go typically lighter than what you normally do.
You nicely gave me 20s.
Yeah, we already had them out.
So where should they be? Up here, up here?
So that's going to be kind of dependent on how much shoulder flexibility you have. So with you, if you just come straight down and you're pushing from that upper collarbone, that's going to be perfect right there.
Wow.
Pretty
How many of these?
Wow. Good. Go ahead, put those down. Normally, I tell people, you know, it could be depends on what we're doing for like your strength work or whatever. But today, again, we're doing higher rep, 12 to 15. If I say 12, I want you pushing those dumbbells so hard you're not going to make 12. So you might give me 10, somewhere in there.
Okay. So sometimes the weight doesn't have to be. If you're doing that many reps, you don't have to have a high weight.
Yeah, and if you're pushing as hard as you should be, you don't like the goal is 12, but. You know, yeah,
you should be
need to hit
shaking
12.
like I
Yeah,
was.
you should be shaking, right? So like I would much rather you get to 8 and be shaking than you just do 12 and like you're barely working.
Right.
And then obviously next set you just go a little bit lighter and
Right.
you'll be able to hit your 12.
And that's like that for all the moves we did?
For today, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 to 15 reps, a little bit higher. But you'll notice because it's the way it is with the full body, because we're going from a lower body move to an upper, it becomes way more taxing on the body, for sure.
Okay, so let's go through. We did a full body workout. Let's go through the 4 moves we did.
So we did a heels elevated goblet squat with a dumbbell. That was your quad move. And then we switched to a bent over row with the dumbbells. Then we transitioned to a dumbbell split stance deadlift.
Right.
And then the last one we did on the incline with the squeeze press.
Okay, and that's a perfect full body. I felt that in my full body,
I
which
hope
is
so,
what
yeah.
you're supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, thanks, Matt. If you'd like to see this again, you can check it out on YouTube, and we'll be back with more Hit the Zone.